They're tough, so I'm just going to go ahead and send a 340 round this guy's way. See if he can catch it. That's a good buck. Hello and welcome back to the Hunter Classic. So today we're here on Pickabeen Bay because the new Tropical Trophy Lodge has been released and we are going to take a look at it. So we're going to go ahead and jump in there right now. I know I sound terrible. I'm still sick, but we're going to try to push on through this just to see what the new lodge looks like. So here we are, and actually it looks quite nice. Really high ceilings on this. Oh, do we have multiple rooms? We definitely do. So there's like 3 rooms here. Plus I did get the bamboo gun rack. That's what that is. And there's even another room in here. I wonder if we can mount stuff in here. Because this is like a little bit of a greenhouse kind of area, which actually fits extremely well here on Pickabeen Bay. But I think the main question here is, what do we have for slots to mount animals in? So, large plaque, there are 6, which is not bad. Small plaque looks like 7. Again, pretty solid for the size of the lodge we have here. Small round platform, there are 3. Medium platform, 2. Large platform, also 2. 2 large round platforms as well. 2 full body mount platforms, which I know they did mention that would be the case. And we've got these bird plaques. There are 10 of them, and this is a new type. And I'm actually going to have to go check the other lodges and see if we get those slots as well. But I'm going to go ahead and fill things up here. I'm going to move everything from my trophies lodge into this one and see how it looks. So I've got everything in here, and I gotta say there's actually more room in this lodge than the rustic lodge. I had to actually take some other trophies to put in here that I didn't have in my trophies lodge. So I do like, for the most part, like the placement of the plaques. For the most part, everything does look quite nice. The only problem I had is in here, the large plaque where the reindeer is and the small plaque where the feral hog is. I had an elk there. I had this Roosevelt there. And you have to have them leaning forward as he is, otherwise their antlers clip through the shelf above, and the tine was clipping through the feral hog, and no matter what species I put there, the tine was clipping through. So that was the only issue I had, and then when I put the reindeer here, it actually works out quite nicely. So these are the new bird plaques. There are 10 of them in this lodge. This was something I was asking for, and a lot of people as well. It's one of the most common ways you see birds mounted, and I'm glad to see they did a pretty good job of them here in the tropical lodge. I'm looking forward to checking the rustic and classy lodge to see if they were added in those as well. But yeah, there are no plaques in this little room over here. This is just a little greenhouse area. So I'm not sure, maybe at some point we might see some kind of addition in here, but for now, no animal plaques. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with this. The multiple rooms idea is really cool. I like the fact that you can kind of walk around and exhibit all the different trophies, and the gun racks are quite nice as well. You can see pretty good looking. It's not like a out of place looking thing for the most part. It looks pretty good. An interesting thing though, and maybe it's just because of symmetry, there are 4 crossbow slots, and you have to wonder, are we going to get another crossbow here in Classic? Because I don't really think anybody's owning 2 of the same crossbow. I guess maybe for quick follow-up shots would be the only reason, but I do wonder if that's something we're going to be seeing in the game somewhat shortly. I wonder if that's a little bit of a reveal there, but yeah. For the most part, I really like this lodge. I think I'm going to keep my trophies in here just because there's more room. The one thing that's a bit unfortunate, there's only 2 of the bear slots, but I brought the most impressive 2 in my opinion, the 27 grizzly and 28 brown bear. And unfortunately, the brown bear does cover the 1 plaque back there. You can make him sit down like this, but I just kind of think that looks weird, so I don't do that. But from over here where you enter the lodge, you can quite easily see the doll sheep in the back there. So that is what I'm seeing here with the Tropical Lodge. I do quite like it. I like the design of it. And like I said, the multiple rooms is really, really cool. So the one thing I want to see now is if the rustic or classy lodges have the new bird plaques. I just checked, and actually the bird plaques are exclusive to the Tropical Lodge, so all the more reason to actually leave my trophies here in the Tropical Lodge. And I'll actually have to do some bird hunting because I don't have all the plaques filled. But it looks pretty good. Like I said, a few things here and there, like this plaque over here, the large plaque and the small plaque kind of colliding. If you have an elk there, I'm not sure. Probably everything on this wall could be scooted over a bit. Like this bison could be almost up against that picture if the picture is moved over a bit as well. And that might kind of alleviate that issue. And the only other thing is this bear blocking the doll sheep, and some people are fine with the sitting down pose, and as I said, you can see the doll sheep perfectly fine from over here. One thing I did want to show you though it looks like they changed the Ibex, and I don't even know if that was with this little update, but you can now have the Ibex facing forward and their antlers, or their horns rather, are not clipping through the wall. I just like to show off the curl anyway, so I leave them like that. But if that's something you've wanted, that has finally been changed. But yeah, I think we're going to do a little bit of hunting here just to hunt around, see if maybe we can get lucky and get a bigger water buffalo or a nice bantang to mount in here. But yeah, I'm really liking what it looks like in here. I'm looking forward to doing some bird hunting, trying to fill those plaques, and also to improve upon some of the animals in here. I've mentioned in the past, the trophy lodges are my favorite feature that's been added over the past several years, and it's just every time there's a new one or a new feature with them, it's just all the more reason to go out and look for trophies. It just kind of reinstills the fire in me to try to do that. So I'm really glad to see a new one. Hopefully you guys are as well. And by the way, just to talk about the pricing a little bit, the Tropical Lodge is 795 EM, which is the same as the Rustic Lodge. And I think it does have a few more slots, especially counting the bird slots. But as far as big game, I think it's got a few more slots. So there's that plus the gun rack, which of course is 500 EM. So just wanted to let you guys know that if you didn't know, and we'll go for a bit of a hunt here and see if we can get anything decent. And we're straight on to a solid male water buffalo. Definitely not a bad looking one, probably around the 180 mark, 175 to 250, so they finally, it seems, fixed the score estimate for them, because they were only going up to about 220, was the highest score estimate I ever had, and I think they probably fixed that, because not only that, the range is higher. It's now 75, and I was getting like 40 or 50, and this guy appears to be stuck. I guess we'll just go ahead and go for a shot on him. He is down, but yeah, the range, it used to be a bit smaller, so I think that... Hello. How did I not see you? That's another solid male, but I don't want to make a bad shot on him. He's no monster anyway. But yeah, I think they've changed that as well, because my range was smaller. So that's good to see that they're making those changes and fixing that, because that's been an issue for a while. So let's just see what this guy scores. I'm curious, because the scores seem to change a bit. The ones that were around this size were scoring in the 170s. This guy had a minimum of 175, so let's see what we have. 201, so it looks like that's been reverted as well. I've got a trophy shot of one that scored right around 201. I think it was 203, but it had the trophy size horns, so I believe that has been fixed. I think they were maxing a bit too low for some reason. I think they were maxing right around the 210 or 220 mark instead of maxing at 250. So I'm guessing with that guy scoring 201, that has been fixed as well. So that's good. That's going to probably have me out here looking for water buffalo again, because I'm pretty sure that was a bit messed up. I was getting trophy horns like scoring 180, 190, and now it looks like that should be reverted back to where they're actually scoring the right score. We've actually got a really nice looking Sandbar Buck here. I think that could be my personal best, to be completely honest, so no messing around here. I was going to try to take him with the new muzzleloader pistol, because I do have that on me, but he's a bit long range for that, and quite honestly, I have had some serious struggles. A couple of decent Sandbar Bucks I've seen have gotten away, because I used, I think, like the 9.3 before the 340 was legal. They're tough, so I'm just going to go ahead and send a 340 round this guy's way. See if he can catch it. That's a good buck. Or, oh, I spined him. I don't know if it's buck, bull, stag, whatever, but... Did that actually not kill him? That second shot might have been single lung, but regardless... We'll head over there. I think he is dead now. He is down indeed, and let's see what he scores. Let's see if he ends up topping my personal best. 251, so actually not quite as big as I was hoping, but not a bad one. I think he's going to replace the feral hog in the lodge, just so we can see what are the new animals here from Pickabeen Bay there in the Tropical Lodge. Not a bad looking picture, and we will send him to the lodge and see what he looks like. He's looking pretty good in here. I thought he was a bit bigger, quite honestly, but I do see he's got a pretty major deduction with the one tine. That would have knocked him down quite a lot. But this is the only pose he works in, so a similar issue, as I said before. I think these plaques will need to be moved over, and that would kind of fix that problem. And I don't think the shelf can be moved up because of the way the roof is designed, but yeah, the elk have to be leaning forward. That's the only pose that they don't clip through the shelf there. So that will be hopefully something that we'll see fixed here in the future. But yeah, I've already said I am quite happy with this lodge. I'm actually looking forward to reorganizing the other lodges, which I know is kind of stupid, but I find it really fun just to try to make them look really good. And now that all my trophies are in here, I'll probably be moving my rares into the old one, and now I just got an extra lodge for something else, so that should be fun to play around with. So yeah, if you guys have stuck around for this long, I really appreciate it. I know it could be frustrating listening to my voice, as it sounds as frustrating talking with my voice as it sounds. So I really appreciate you guys staying around for this long. And yeah, hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this new lodge as much as I'm enjoying just filling it and just walking around in it. I can't stop moving around with the multiple rooms. I think that is really, really cool. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.